What's up everyone, I'm Stonewall. Today I am excited to share with you my first ever alt build modular building. I don't know if you can tell, but this is based off of the Lego Friends set, Heartlake Grand Hotel. It is set number 41101. And this alt build of mine is comprised entirely of that set. So if you have that set, you can build this building. I am working on the instructions right now, so if you're interested, be sure to check the link in the description. It'll take you to rebrickable for those instructions so you can build it too. So you might be asking, why would I turn the Heartlake Grand Hotel set into a modular building, or why would you even have that set to begin with? And I was actually on Craigslist and I saw it on sale for $40, and I thought that was too good to pass up, especially because it's like I think $130 going online or something like that. So while it was only $40, it wasn't a complete set. It was missing some of the side loose accessory builds. So mine, the one I bought, was missing this little fountain, a couple of these little trolleys, and this car, and then this table build and piano stage build. So most of the set can be built without any of those pieces. I did end up using a few of them, like pieces that were in those side builds that I had in my collection. I just threw in here, but I made sure that those pieces would have been in the original set. So like I said, if you have this set, you can build this alt build modular building. So I try to keep the same styling of the original set, the Heartlake Grand Hotel, and I just want it to look the same. I just wanted it to look more of a modular rather than a dollhouse playset. So that meant I wanted to keep most of the functionality of it. So the elevator's still in there and still works, the rotating door still works, and the bedrooms are pretty much the same as they were. So as you can see, walking up to this, we have the gray sidewalk. There is some built up pieces here for this red carpet, and we have nice little green planters on either side. How I started this build is I wanted the revolving door to be there, so I started with that and the awning and then built from there. As I said, the revolving door still works. I guess you'd be going in that way. I like that. I think that's pretty unique for a Lego set. Have the pearl gold columns on either side, and then just the alternating white and pearl gold cone pieces on the sides there. The awning here is pretty much the same with that dark purple and light purple. You got the Grand Hotel sign on the front there. I did add some bricks on top here with white and gold, and got these little butterfly pieces just to spruce it up a little bit. It is the Grand Hotel after all. We'll take a look on the interior, but just finishing up the front facade here, we have the second and third floor bedrooms are pretty much the same. They are just opposite of each other, and that's because in the original set they were like this. And instead of, I thought about mirror building one, but when I put it together, I liked how it kind of alternated. I thought it looked nice. And then on the roof here, we have some greenery, and it's just kind of a facade here to make the hotel look taller and more grand. There's not a room up there, but it's got the same detailing and styling up there. Looking at this side, it's pretty plain, but I tried to keep it flowing nicely with the purple stripe, almost connecting, and I didn't want it to be a huge hodgepodge of just random bricks, but it looks pretty good. I will say this section is supposed to be a 1 by 2 by 5 translucent blue piece. That was one of the pieces that was in one of those accessory builds, and I didn't have in my set, but I'm going to order that and swap it out. So to represent that, I just put some clear bricks there for now. Here's the elevator, and do have these door frames that was like that on the original build, and can help you position minifigs in there to use the elevator, which still works. And usually this gets covered up by the building next to it, so it's not that big of a deal. Coming around the back, we have a back door there. We have a couple of the original chairs and the DJ booth still. We have the kind of ornate window trims around that elevator shaft. And then there is a pool that goes with that guest room, which we'll take a look at that in a second. Around this side, looks pretty good as well. 2 big windows here to help you see in. Obviously, if it's next to modulars, you're not going to be able to see in there, but it's kind of more for the user to see in there. I just want to interject from the future real quick. It wasn't until I was editing this video that I realized that these 2 windows were at different heights. I just did a quick fix there. I took this brick that was above the window and put it below the window, and now they're at the same height, and it looks a lot better. All right, so this is a modular, so the floors do come off. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. So these floors do pop off like any modular should, starting with the roof. Sometimes these double jumper plates get stuck to it, but you get that with Lego modulars as well. Got the roof, the third story bedroom suite, and then the second floor balcony pop off as well. That piece usually gets stuck with it, and then you just have to make sure not to hit this when you're taking it off, but it comes off easy enough. The only floor that's a little hard to get off is the first floor, and that's because I had to bump up this balcony a plate height so it wouldn't connect to this awning, and because of that, this is connected to the awning. So how I take it apart is I just push that up, and then I push this part up, and then the floor will come off easily. So it is a little bit more of a process, but it's easy enough. All right, so let's begin by taking a look at the first floor. The elevator shaft is kind of separate, like you build it separately and then connect it with the first floor. It can come off, but it's kind of intended just to stay there. You can take it off, but it's just a little delicate when you take it off because the bottom row of plates get stuck to it. So I'm just going to leave it there. That's kind of how I intended it. But going in the front door here, like I said, we got that nice revolving door. So after we go in the front door, we see there is a nice chandelier. So that's the same chandelier from the Friends set. It looked nice, so I incorporated it. You can see below that there is a nice tile work of red and gold like in the original set. I do need to get 2 more red squares for those spots there. They were on one of those accessory builds I didn't have. On the right side, or the far side from our perspective, we have the check-in entry desk still from the original set. Got the computer there, and then the clocks and keys behind it. And then this is where the elevator entrance is. You got one little step up there, and then the elevator is still functional, just like in the original set. So I wanted to make sure to keep that elevator functionality in my alt build. Rotating this around, we have the kind of bakery restaurant on the right side here. We have the menu right there with some mixers and cups and treats and stuff there, along with more right here next to this window. So I incorporated this to make it a little easier to get and see inside. You take that plate off, and then this wall pops down like that, and then you can see inside a little better. So there's those treats from the bakery there. You can see that reception desk on the far side there. Got a little hanging sign for the elevator. And then this hotel's sweet shop is kind of renowned, so there is that back door. You can access the sweet shop directly from the back side. And then on the top of the elevator shaft, I just got a little kind of antenna here, and then like a little HVAC vent or something. Just a little accessory things to make it look a little less plain. So above that on the second floor is the first of the 2 bedrooms. Like I said, they are pretty much left the same as they were in the original set. Just a little modification to make it work with the awning there. We got a balcony with a door there. On the inside, we can see a nice king bed, some cosmetic stuff on the table there, and a little footstool. You might notice that this bedroom doesn't have a bathroom in it, which we can just use our imaginations because it is Lego after all, and minifigures don't often have bathrooms, or often don't have bathrooms. But this set, or this floor, does have its own ensuite jacuzzi hot tub, so not necessarily implying anything there, but it has a nice balcony there, little hot tub build. It's kind of just a smaller version of the rooftop pool from the original set. And this is another one where I am missing a piece from one of those side builds. You can see it's kind of a hodgepodge on the bottom here in the instructions. This is just one 8x8 tan plate, and then I did incorporate those to help it with positioning, but that's a little cleaner on the actual version. I just was missing that piece since mine was a used set. here's the second bedroom on the third floor. As you can tell, it looks pretty much the same. It's got the same kind of flowers and the balcony and the door. However, looking inside this one, we do see there is a shower and toilet there, even with hot and cold water. That's kind of the same from the original set. And then we have a smaller bed, but it has a nice TV on the side there. This floor doesn't have its own ensuite jacuzzi balcony, but it does have a nice wall of windows there that it can enjoy from being higher up on the third floor. And then finally, just taking a closer look at the roof. It is just kind of just a facade, like you see a lot of times on roofs, just to make it look a little more grand. All right, let's put everything back together. We got the first floor with the elevator shaft. Next, I put on the jacuzzi private balcony. Then goes the second floor bedroom. And then, like I showed, put these two things back on. You don't have to do it that way. It just makes it a little easier to take it off. Then you got the second bedroom on the third floor. And then you got the roof. So here's what my Heartlake Grand Hotel modular building looks like in my small little city, and I think it looks really good. Originally, I was a bit hesitant about the white and purple color scheme when I was building this, but when you put it next to the police station modular from this year, the white and purple goes perfect with the donut shop next to it. It's about the same height as the police station. The top of this is just a kind of facade to make the building look fancier, more grand, if you will. So it's a little shorter if you take that off, but height-wise, it's about the same. It is a half modular, so it is a 16 by 32. But when you put it next to like the police station that has kind of I guess it's a half. It's a little more than half, and then like, I guess it's like a 3/4 and an eighth build. Don't quote me on those stud numbers. But next to that, it looks bigger. Same with the Parisian, because the Parisian's a little smaller too, width-wise. So it almost looks like a full thing. But it is a half modular, and it just clicks in there like a normal modular would. I should note that this is built on the plates that it came with, whereas like modulars are built on base plates. So the connection points may or may not line up with your other modulars depending on how you set up your city. For me, I'll take this apart to show you. For me, I put my modulars on base plates on top of a giant plate, and then I put the ones with plates on top of just a thin piece of cardboard, and the height difference, there's no height difference, they match up perfectly. And that's what I do. Easy solution, just in case you are needing that. So just to switch it up, I put it in between my two modulars that I have, the police station and Parisian, and as you can see, it looks pretty good in between those as well. So I'm just really happy with how this modular building turned out. I thought I would go ahead and turn these around and show you what it looks like on the back side. And even on the back side, I think it incorporates pretty well there. Got that white and purple going along with the donut shop there. It is the same depth. It's actually the same on the front and the back of the donut shop of the police station there. Yeah, that's what it looks like from the back. So there you go. That is my modularized version of the Heartlake Grand Hotel Lego Friends set. Let me know what you think. I think it turned out really well. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it looks great, especially compared to the original kind of dollhouse one. I think this is definitely better. And I think it looks really good in the city. I really like how it looks next to the donut shop of the police station, like I said. So let me know what you think about it in the comments. Your comments are appreciated. And if you do like this set, be sure to hit the like button on this video to let me know. The link for the instructions will be in the description below, like I said. Otherwise, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss the next video that I have coming out, and hopefully some more alt modular builds in the future.